Focus is self-respect. It's keeping the promises you make to yourself. Hello everyone, it's great to walk with you again. Today, we'll take a deep dive in a book named The Power of Concentration by Theron Q. Dumont is a classic self-help book that still fits our modern problem perfectly. It treats concentration not as a school skill, but as the core muscle behind discipline, achievement, confidence, and the ability to finish what you start. The tone is old school, but the message is extremely current. The quality of your attention determines the quality of your life. Concentration isn't trying harder. It's choosing one thing and stopping the energy leaks. Dumont opens with a sharp observation. Most of us aren't tired because we do too much. We're tired because our minds are scattered. Someone can work less, but achieve more because they don't constantly jump between fragments, checking the phone, replaying the past, worrying about the future, comparing, self-blaming. For Dumont, concentration is the ability to close the door to irrelevant things long enough for mental energy to gather into force. A scattered mind is like light spread out, warm, but unable to burn through anything. A concentrated mind is like light focused into a beam. It cuts through difficulty and turns intention into results. The key point: concentration doesn't come from inspiration. It comes from the habit of commanding attention. The number one enemy of concentration isn't lack of time. It's a mind pulled by stimulation. If you can't control attention, you'll be controlled by whatever stimulates you most. That's why you can sit down to work and feel the urge to check your phone within minutes, not because you're bad, but because the brain has learned quick rewards, notifications, novelty, drama, endless scrolling. Once the brain gets addicted to fast rewards, deep work feels uncomfortable because it doesn't pay you instantly. Your willpower gets worn down. You start, quit, exhausted at the end of the day. Yet nothing is truly finished. Dumont doesn't use the word dopamine, but he describes the same pattern: the mind trained to chase what's easy. Concentration isn't only a work skill, it's the foundation of character. Dumont treats focus like a backbone. Focused people tend to have stronger self-control, steadier confidence, faster learning, better emotional regulation, and most importantly, reliability with themselves. Why? Because concentration creates what many people lack: the ability to finish. When you complete things, you gather evidence you can trust yourself. Real confidence isn't built by repeating positive phrases. It's built through lived proof. I do what I say I'll do. A scattered mind breaks promises to itself, and self-respect quietly leaks away. Dumont's hidden message is practical. If you want to become stronger, don't only chase better feelings. Train focus, because focus produces action, and action produces identity. You don't lack concentration because you're incapable. You lack it because you haven't trained it. This book reads like mental training. Concentration is a muscle. Untrained, it's weak. Trained, it's powerful. And training isn't forcing your brain. It's small, consistent practice. Dumont's logic is simple. Start short, then increase gradually. You can't jump from a scattered mind to 3 hours of deep work overnight. Your brain will resist with boredom, restlessness, and quitting. The better path is 10 to 15 minutes of real focus, a short break, then another 10 to 15 minutes, adding time slowly. You're building one skill, the ability to stay, even when the task isn't immediately pleasurable. Concentration begins with clear targets because the mind hates vagueness. A vague plan creates drifting. I'm going to work is too unclear, but I will write 300 words. I will solve 10 problems. I will edit 5 minutes of voiceover gives the mind a grip. Vagueness creates procrastination. Clarity creates movement. In a modern world, this is gold. Turn vague goals into measurable actions. Concentration needs the right environment. You can't plant a tree in a storm. Dumont emphasizes that focus is shaped by surroundings. The mind reacts to signals, noise, movement, notifications, clutter, each one a hook stealing attention. So you need a focus space, a consistent work corner, fewer distractions, reduced noise, and most importantly, cutting the interruption source. You can't expect deep focus while checking your phone every 2 minutes. That's not low willpower. It's breaking the structure of attention. Concentration is also emotional control. Many people think focus is purely rational, but Dumont highlights that it's deeply emotional. Anxiety, irritation, insecurity, discouragement, fear of mistakes. These are what pull you away. You sit down to work, then the thought appears, I'm not good enough. That discomfort pushes you to escape, often into easy stimulation. So concentration isn't just sitting longer, it's staying with the discomfort of learning and imperfect effort until it becomes competence. In Dumont's worldview, real focus is a form of courage. You stay even when you don't feel perfect. Multitasking is an illusion. You pay with quality and time. Even before smartphones, Dumont saw the problem. Doing many things at once fragments mental energy. You think you're faster, but you lower quality, make more mistakes, then waste more time fixing. His rule is one task at a time, because that's how you enter deep flow. Less resistance, less fatigue, better output. 9. Simple concentration exercises, modernized from Dumont's spirit. 1. 1 point for 3 to 5 minutes. Pick an object, candle, pen, dot. Hold attention, gently return when it drifts, training the return muscle. 2. 1 page with depth. Read slowly for understanding and retention, not speed. 3. Work in blocks. 20 minutes focused, 5 minutes break, repeat. No phone during the block. 4. 1 clear sentence before you start. In the next 20 minutes, I will asaki. 1 sentence becomes your arrow. 5. A consistent start ritual. Same small setup daily. Open the file, put on headphones, prepare water. So the brain learns the cue. 10. Success isn't about being smarter. It's about being more concentrated. Dumont's core conclusion is that people go far, not because they're always motivated, but because they can direct attention in one direction long enough to create results. Everyone knows focus matters. Few live like it matters. That's why focus becomes a rare advantage, almost a superpower, in a distracted world. Closing. There are 5 key takeaways of this book. 1. Attention is your most valuable asset. Money returns. Time doesn't. But deeper than time is attention. Attention is what creates value from time. 2. Discipline isn't force, it's protection. Discipline is a fence around your mental garden. 3. Concentration is self-respect. Each time you stay with a task, you prove you deserve your own seriousness. 4. Emotions aren't the enemy, but they can't drive. You can feel tired and still hold a small focus block. That's how you break procrastination cycles. 5. Deep message. Whoever owns your attention owns your life. If you don't choose where attention goes, something else will choose for you. You don't need to become a genius. You need to become someone who stays. Life isn't decided by one explosive moment. It's decided by the ability to stay, with a goal, with a process, with discomfort, with a task until it's done. Start small, but start real. Because when you take back ownership of your attention, you take back ownership of your life.